You are now tuned into All Day Football Talk, where we talk all football from NFL to XFL, college, and more. Stay tuned as we explore the world of football. Are you ready?
Yes. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to the very first episode of All Day Football Talk. Today, we're going to talk about some very special news. First, we're going to talk about the CBA for the NFL and their players. So everybody knows that this is the last year in the current CBA that is going on. Well, the players have to vote whether or not that the next 10 years are going to be on certain circumstances. One of those circumstances is a 17-game season, shall I say. And I'm kind of here and there on it. I'm here if it gives the, rookies and some players that would not be out there normally the opportunity to play. But if you just gonna keep your same people out there and you're just trying to get that, undefeated season, then it's kind of you could leave it alone. Also, part of the CBA option was for there to be a extra game. Yes, extra wild card game. The second seeded person would have to go ahead and play that first week instead of getting that bye week, which would also extend the season again for them to have to go ahead and play. So, therefore, you would have to, instead of being home, relaxing, waiting for the next person to come, you have to play a game instead of being able to, rest your people. So I feel like, if the players are okay with playing another game, then okay, all right, then that's up to them. But me personally, I just wouldn't do it. But I'm not in the NFL, so I digress. Also, I have to say this. One of the most proudest situations that I have been through, I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm going to just say it out there. One of the most proudest things I've seen is them win the Super Bowl this past year, and that is the most exciting thing that's ever happened in my life because I never thought it would happen in my lifetime. But it did, and I'm excited about it. So are the Kansas City Royals. So excited that they decided to give up an option of playing on a Thursday game and making it push to the Tuesday before so that they'll be able to go ahead, the Chiefs, have their home opener on that Thursday night game if the NFL gives them the option. So this goes to show you how tight-knit the teams in Kansas City are, that they support each other so much that they post about each other on their social medias. Not only that, they will go ahead and give up days for each other just for the other person to celebrate. So I just say that is like the most awesome thing you can do. Baseball leading way for the NFL. That is just an awesome part of the NFL and it's sports, period. You don't see that a lot. So it's baseball letting football have its shine. You don't see that too often. But not only that, let's get into some more football news. If you guys didn't know, Tom Brady is a free agent this year. Man, with him being a free agent, a lot of news and stories are coming out. When I tell you news and stories are coming out, there's stories that the Raiders are willing to give him $60 million for 2 years. $60 million for 2 years. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not the owner of the Raiders. You got the Chargers vying for him. You got the New England Patriots who surprisingly are fighting bringing him back, or should I say Belichick. According to news by Ian Rappaport, the Patriots and Belichick actually had a standoff with Tom Brady as far as his contract and told him he needs to go figure out what it is on the market and then come back to them and they'll try to go off of what the market is giving. That is disrespect. This man has given you 6 championships since he's been with you. And all you can say is, hey, go look at the market, see what you can get, and then we'll try to see what we can do on that. That's basically you telling me I don't really want you. Have fun wherever you go. Tom Brady, I'm going to let you know, you might not want to come to the AFC West. You're going to have to see Patrick Mahomes twice. Just being honest. You don't want that smoke. But let me digress. Man, I'm excited about this football season coming up. I feel the Chiefs have an opportunity to do so many things. The free agency is going to be pretty big. I feel like they will get Chris Jones signed. And, you know, if you didn't know that he did get put on a franchise tag, which will be official on March the 14th, which is when the NFL season finally starts. And in XFL news, we have the undefeated Houston Renegades going up against Seattle Guardians. This is going to be a good game. Guardians are pretty good from what I've seen, but the Renegades are undefeated. I'm waiting to see what exactly happens because this is going to be a great game because the Renegades quarterback, PJ Walker, is throwing up a storm in this XFL season. It is crazy. He has over 950 something yards already, and it's only been 4 weeks. Guys, I'm excited about the XFL. I didn't know how I was going to feel, to be honest. I was like, there's not a lot of teams. These rules are weird, but I kind of like the rules. The double pass, you're not going to get that in the NFL. Let's just be honest. It's not something that opportunity is brought up on for. So, at the end of the day, I'm excited. I want to see more from the XFL. I think it's going to be a good league. I don't know if they're going to try to make it like it's a D league for the NFL, but I think what XFL is wanting is for it to be its own league and not anything that has to do with the NFL. But you see so many players supporting each other, going to the games. Like we saw Deshaun Jackson. He was at a Defenders game supporting one of his friends that was on the team there. So I think, you know, it's going to be a thing where they end up basically supporting each other, which is kind of weird because, you know, you got WWE owner Vince McMahon, who's the head of XFL, and then you have the AEW, you know, owner who's one of the owners in the NFL. So it's one of those situations where you want to see where this goes, want to see the, you know, possibilities. But more NFL news. We have the Saints putting their money where their mouth is. They literally put a first-round tender on restricted free agent Taysom Hill. Per source, and I'm getting this from Adam Schefter, this means that New Orleans will be able to match any offer that he gets from any other team. So if they give him a good deal, they can match it. Now, I don't know if they would want to match it if it's a starting quarterback type a payment. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to do that and then have to pay Drew Brees. That's going to be crazy. So I don't know if anybody will want to pick him up also from that because he's a restricted free agent and then I have to give up a first to sign him. That's not worth it to me. Especially not a backup quarterback. I couldn't do it. So, hey, Saints, you probably going to be the only ones trying to get him because nobody's wanting to give you a first-round draft pick to get a backup quarterback for you. And they don't know what he's going to do for them. I don't see that happening. They might as well just go ahead and sign a quarterback. I mean, not sign, but draft a quarterback in the NFL draft here in April. So, I just don't see that happening. Just being honest. I don't see it happening. I don't see anybody giving you any kind of financial, or not financial, but draft pick compensation that you're wanting. Also, more NFL news. Guys, the Chargers have signed Austin Ekeler to a 4-year deal, guys. When I say 4-year, I was not expecting that. I thought they were going to sign Melvin Gordon and give him his deal. But they gave him, Austin Ekeler, a 4-year, $24 million deal. Oh man. As a backup, to get that, you know that they see something in you. So do what you gotta do, man. You get $15 million guaranteed. $15 million. Do what you gotta do. Put in the work. But this also does, in my eyes, mean Melvin Gordon is gone. I do not see them having two big contracts on them. You have a $24 million contract on Austin Ekeler. Melvin Gordon, he's an unrestricted free agent, and he's going to go to a different team. He would not be a Los Angeles Charger anymore. Also, speaking of Los Angeles, more XFL news. There is a meme on Twitter that is put out of Bugs Bunny cutting Florida off of the United States. And it is in the response to the Tampa Bay Vipers saying our number one offense heads out west. So that's basically Los Angeles saying, yeah, you need to cut it. It's over. You're not going to win. We're going to win this, and you're going to go home sad. That's big words. You better be able to hold your ground, too, with them coming over to you. The number one offense, yeah. Don't talk stuff unless you beat them. So I'm a little bit of I would say, I'm not a pessimist, but I'm very, I gotta see it first to believe it type person. But at the end of the day, as far as what I've seen, XFL, you got my vote. And if you ask my wife, you got her vote. She's excited about it as well. She's been, not able to see anything, but she's been seeing highlights, should I say. So far, I think she likes it. I'll ask her, bring it back to you guys. But guys, thank you for joining the first episode of All Day Football Talk. We love you guys.
Thank you for tuning into All Day Football Talk. Subscribe and follow the podcast to get more cutthroat football.